the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Nsem-Miracles Abuaje enene wa shoki obi on live radio. Nene de Nsem-Miracles Abuaje Galamsey NDC amonyoko no flat. Na nipa ba kwa Nsem-Miracles Abuaje lose control on so ye pa the minister in charge of government communication, Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye. Just recently, and who said joy news reporter be army and a soldier nibi asortino na ensemu beto abontino. Say sebsebio NDC amonyoko nukra titru any Felix Ofosu-Kwakye or government in charge of communication Emma Bonte Emma condemn nyoma ekosi. Yena yesanim ablekuma of Rwanda ekoso NDC tax NDC amonyoko no two omonai and amobo honorable Mavis Hawakum Simbasa Yahu NDC amonyoko no panimfo ba kokora oba bonten be condemn sa no mawe nyina nenene Nsem-Miracles Abuaje lose control live radio ne inko obi plant me control no ene de wa fire NDC amonyoko ni e passe de hu hia ana Felix Ofosu-Kwakye as a minister in charge of government communication no ba bonten e de aba betudwa na emom de hu hia ne de Felix Ofosu-Kwakye e ma bonten emfa nsem betudwa se bia omo condemn ne oma ekoso ana NDC tax ne oma bia omo ye no Ghana mem ha bra NDC amonyoko no e ba abem no ana Malik Basintare ne oma bia one ne tax ye no Felix Ofosu-Kwakye e ma bonten e me condemn ne da na emom de hu hia NDC amonyoko ni je ho no ekoso Ghana memo mo de o mani je ho no ende bo se Felix Ofosu-Kwakye e be ba bonten e de nsem aba betudwa na de Miracles Abuaje e kasa yi pa na yenje bre abusua ne enti nsem a
otumi di akokuduro ejina ekuo na nemu a mendi ne ho agro president Dumfo ondi na febo bi so bi ewo se omaya yewom aban ba ko bosumi nson nko mabo journalist makomako 12 obi 12 to the extent so say first stage omo 7 they say almost a camera kwa it say bosumi biare yabu mienu na minya Felix Kwakye Ofosu de eduwa na de man me emmobo obi he I can tell you say Felix say when take care na no ankasa kra manage situation na ye bedu by December no not otro bibia na okabibia nobody will listen to him. Because then you see the NDC think that everything can be handled with PR. NDC for general in fact a county Felix Kwakye presidency was a Bayerman Penino a Bayerma Kegwa so now they think that they can manage this country with PR. It's without substance. But PR na settings na package na public relations around it. Felix thinks that when he's first to come and explain the issues, then it washes it away. And now watching ina nkeye ku yi ewa blokwa noti eya na watchu mienu ye na police ni bi ko bo journalist ni bi aso na blokwa nota no onye na hwia abante ni mu hu yi Felix release statement eya swiftly na release statement abane say ina so jeni na obo friend say abante witness eyewitness ni wi awe no abane say na won suro hu say me ya say na beba because nothing happened after the statement. You see, when you continue to run the government with PR, nobody is afraid because you say you are all rhetorics. Kasankwa, no action, little action, all talk. This is a kind of no action, talk only. And that is why the military man has done this. So be another one will do it again. Because what would you do? It's only the government communications that will release a statement and that's it. And I agree with John. You don't release a statement and say they should investigate. Investigate something that is on TV. Were they not deployed legally to go and do what they did? So whoever deployed them will know who and who they sent. Are they not on video? All of us here were video. So the second independence in the Asa Django Party. Happy Independence Day to everybody in Ghana. Django Party will not their team akoma their shame their mame me yemu yakra say o kan o say MPP Ghana ni na ya boro no MPP mo be MPP wa ba mu ye retumi ama say hwe man so na ba ye ho ba we bo yen ye ka o say MPP bu mienu nti ye bu bi say here say e kamoma MPP example no so ba ko ewia we bro mo bro journalist ye MPP ho ba yin journalists are much share come ko Brugate FMPP ho ben a nti wo ka che radio say ye ma examples no ye ma MPP ba ko MPP am den MPP na bo I witness no abranti ejira ho dam ne bedi na journalists bi say ujira ha bi den na ekoso den na bo hu na so jeni and no be look at the way am dey man no e friend say belt no ebo no say be as a cattle. What is this? What country are you running? This is a citizen. What the NDC need to realize is that every single citizen of this country, you hear some more. I am here too many mamo.
The soldier in NDC.
Baby, you hear too many day and mamo. Now to small soldier for Kokomba Bui and say there. 98 in your who 79 80 in well as a bresso NDC there, NDC na no asano. Totobiko achemone Kojo Chikatama Breso and belt able citizens on the street. This is crude. This is pathetic. Time. Say, Utumi small soldier for Coco say, Monty Moa, Mea for Moyana, Ubi and Ria, if on Abedi so. Yaka, we say, Kamoma and the MPP example about MPP say, MPP ba Sojania, what bro ordinary citizen, intimidating journalist, if I the NDC need to understand, say, we are not benchmarking them against anybody. We are benchmarking them against themselves. You are benchmarking NDC against MPP. You are benchmarking more against Momoho. There's something going on quietly in this country.
Also, about time they announce.
Airtime. What the message and necessary.
Because I will share a statement of Felix issue about second paragraph no, or say, I am directed by President John Mahama to unequivocally reaffirm his unwavering
you reaffirmed it last week
to the freedom and safety of Jabi.
You reaffirmed it 2 weeks ago at Ablikuma. You reaffirmed it 2 weeks ago. How many times are you going to reaffirm? And that's why I told you earlier on, say, if Felix doesn't take care, by December nobody will even read the statement. Obi, you reaffirmed this 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. People have not even recovered yet. Joy News intern here on Boni. Me check on her. No go so recover. Trauma no kwenye free no mu. 2 or 3 weeks ago now reaffirming. You are reaffirming it again 2 weeks later. Are you going to reaffirm tomorrow? It's because you are not taking action. You are only releasing statement and telling us about what you think and feel. You are doing nothing about it. You should stop telling us about reaffirmation. Didn't he reaffirm about 2 or 3 weeks ago in Ablekuma? Na me no ni one kind of ha. We have to cross at some point cry from reform so. Why is he reaffirming again? It is because on my young she on the dada almost small so mukobuye we are no more say abaka is a pomocho we say be investigate. What are you talking about? Mo almost so many partners on babuye on babuye we are na mo amase abe release statement. We the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Obasa, you know, in charge of day to day.
Please, who is the commander in chief of? Do you know how the
president, of course?
Yes. So what are you talking about? Do you know how the army and the military operate? If it's a Ghana army, we say are deploy. So I just say, who IGP here, Jumama? It is a police in a friend is a citizen. Now say, who releases statement say, I affirm my unwavering commitment to day and day. That's when taking decisive action. No one the entire nation in the entire nation in decisive action now we're taking now. So the Nibia also share a chance baby now who they are no. Also because on Kaise Obi Bino, we the baby. Obi, this is simple logic. The government should spare us the rhetorics. Obi, this government is abusing the so-called can I say goodwill period. And by the time of mine, my recommendation is that it's time to put a break on this government and when us one time also. They should wake up and work. Obi, there is a lot going on in this country. Let me be now we are not the PR wash it. We are not the PR wash it. Obi, this government is putting a lot of burden on this country and the people of this country. About remember 7 months when you terminate appointment on over 35,000. You have created more jobless people than jobs created. No creating unemployment. Essentially employment and we creating 35,000 people. No mapamomo. Obi, we increase electricity by 16%. Until now we talk electricity 1,000 cedis and now we talk 1,160 cedis. the pressure to businesses so the pressure to individuals so people are struggling to survive. Obi wa the boss you make akoti 500 Ghana cedis. Now or the move 50 cedis and the top your friend is saying prepaid and then more increasing it by 16% within 7. That is not the promise you made to the people. Obi in the midst of increase in the Krampono for the first time in 8 years everybody is now beginning to accept that as a doom so normal. Why? Because NDC Naba. Everybody is tired. People are tired complaining about doom so. Go to the Tema industrial area. Factories are operating at half capacity. Operating full time so top diesel any full gum. 2 or 3 days ago, we do more plant here. Power this whole multimedia facility. Aden obi here. As I speak to you, I buy more position in our mining more day, obi. They have imposed 8 new taxes on the people of this country within 7 months. 7 months, more imposing 8 taxes. 8 taxes, baby. 8 taxes. That's not less than because we are less than 8 taxes. Only in our taxes in our grandmother and they boom so levy. Say obi, o cost say fuel station. Say o koto fuel. Now what your tax and kwa for CD 50 pesos. And they are different from all the other taxes that's what I know. For doom so no the buy. Mona modi doom so na ba see yesu. You say tuya nka 4 CD 50 pesos. It is out of fuel gallon makoma ko 10 obi. O tuya 45 Ghana cedis. 34.5 million. A lot of burden. And what happens is that you know so my way immediately you increase taxes, especially on fuel according to prices. And then come ala tedwaso. The whole Ghana baby ba ko pay na ope tomatoes ne boade ne enka you know niam nnuane ato a obenya no fo o my way baby ba ko pay ofie market e wa manokrom last Saturday of every month. We are no free wa baby abeko bia beto tomatoes no me beto 20-30 cedis. Obi cement mobile bemu 42.5 hours cement obi 42.5 hours mobile say between 85 cedis and 90 cedis and then 130 Ghana cedis. Aden you can't you almost shut up, don't talk. Cost of living across good company you know Messi oda program make we am kasebiem good company GPLT company abosio kai for company obi a company no why obi mo paper mo no mo paper no so no much say dollar back we 10 cedi 47 pesos obi any Ghana how to be $10 10 cedi 47 pesos obi businessmen no $12 12 cedis ni 13 cedis na dey yakra ne say omo koso mo kotokra mu nya. And then obi let me tell you what is happening in this country in the business community. Oko bank that's so tria na supplier ka wa Turkey and China it take bank 2 weeks and 3 weeks and so we transfers kanako. And I want say dem dey be wa to wi na say wa mama movie a we betua warehouse and ka e wo ho ba ko bank so mu ni forex no wo na transfer. Utumi call bank so person transfer nyama call Malaysia e ko tua de kana bank na ka jizo mu ni dollar omo de enkomo dollar nkom ma 10 cedi 47 pesos ba mu ni dollar enti kona koto abochi ho na fa bro mo na so mutumi transfer amount enti the business people are buying the dollar at 12 cedis 13 cedis. That is why even though on paper dollar is 10 cedi 47 pesos prices of goods are not going down. Obi as I speak to you it's as if say abai no running to economy. Social media economy ni FFF and the real economy na yenyina ewu no and so different. Galamsey ekosro and then for the first time in the history of this country black voter Danny Brown. I'm sure you've seen the videos. The black voter. Yes, I have the picture. So probably from Matt Jackson I'll share with you. The black voter is turning into Milo. That is the last. Maybe actually, I've not seen. I'll show it to you. Video, no? I'll show it to you on the behind. I've not seen that. Obi, that is our last. A friend is saying river, and as I'm gonna say, they say Blackwater River. So far, unions empire inside day and can Obi, this is it. But what kind of element was so can intend na me feed the American.
I'll get this Erastus Asaridon cause say this is the black voter at Pali in the solar district of the Savannah region. We've lost the integrity of almost all our water bodies to Galamsey. You know the pictures now.
For the first time in the history of this country, who is the first name Galamsey? You need to make us say a black voter near a voter river near the India. For the first time, the black voter is gone. The black voter is honorable Mr. What you say, Mr. Why? The upsurge in Galamsey on my way who be that. Galamsey yeah is a river body a unity somewhere 2011 illegal mining a unity in somewhere in 2011 in this format under President Mills the NDC government in the bayan and the no for the baba to you but what we are seeing today Obi never has it been seen at this scale in this country to the extent that you have party boys dressed up in national security outfits going to lock forestry commission offices because they are fighting Galamsey. And then Upper Dencha East chairman to Galamsey in broad daylight. So the forum board journalists in no. Upper Dencha East near NDC for no so back when all both so they couldn't speak because the NDC executive. Oh, because market center in the middle of market center will be in the year to Galamsey. The Galamsey situation is worsening. You know why? Because the government, I have every reason to believe that the government is buying from the illegal miners. And then when you say TikToker, you have Galamsey TV. Doctor, TikTok, there is Galamsey TV. Galamsey for the BA TikTok account. On from the Galamsey TV. That is where they share all the Galamsey experience. And listen to this. The Galamseyers are saying that they are peeved with the government because government told gold at 8,000 Ghana cedis, and that before the government set up the gold board to be the only buyers of gold, they were selling it at 12,000 and 13,000. And these Galamseyers are doing it boldly. Only this is a TikTok account. They are saying it boldly and complaining. Saying and then I buy top gold cheap, and you know why? What they say, Finance Minister Kai said, and they are buying more gold from small scale miners than from the large scale miners. What is okay? Yeah. Maybe it's the illegal miners they are buying it from.
No, so small scale miners.
Yeah. Oh, you don't understand, huh? The Galamsey TV say, almost say, Galamsey na. What they do is that I'm trying to match the BMO friend. I'm kekabo to and kitten will cry say. And I come small scale miner no. Small scale miner is not mukro cry say they now munu concession be omutu. And the Galamsey is not omuya body and kitten ya. No more control small scale miners no. That is what they are buying. Have they shown any evidence of traceability?
They are now going to implement.
Yes. So you see these things I'm telling you are there. They are real. So if you are the government buying the gold from the illegal miners, it is one of the reasons why the Galamsey situation is getting worse. Finally, as I land, Meland is here. Meland. As I land, Obi, I buy way, bam. All your promises, baby. The case here, plan say about run a lean government. A for this government is bloated. They say, Obi, wouldn't show my way car your bo. I buy way home. A boss is here for the bloated government. And then Abawe is spending 2.7 billion cedis on a so-called lean government. Okay. They are running a Koshoko government in a situation where body near Ketwebi, but the body is small, but the taste is big. Until now, a government that says I am lean is spending 2.7 billion cedis against an Akufo-Addo bloated government that was spending 327 million. But you see, Okani na now cancer na NDC when they are honorable address no mukama ntum MPP say Obi let me send a word of caution to the NDC the government. We're giving them power. They hold the fiduciary relationship between us and them to protect us and give us the kind of governance that will give us progress. They should never ever make reference to CPP, MPP, PNC. No Ghanaian cares about that. They should go and pick their manifesto, look at the issues and the things they promise and implement them. Yeah, brave or mining, and they should stop talking and get to work.
May that's Miracles. Dr. James Kwabena